Hello, welcome to this video. This is a timeless tarot reading for the North Node in Aquarius sign in astrology. So your astrological North Node is your destiny in this lifetime. It is your soul's purpose. It is where you're supposed to be going, or the direction you're supposed to be headed in this lifetime. And in some ways, it's sort of like the contract you signed off on when you incarnated here on planet Earth, at least astrologically. So for that reason, I'm fascinated by the North Nodes. It's my favorite placement in the natal chart. And so I thought I would share this information with you. Now, you should only watch one of these because you only have one North Node. If you don't know what your North Node is, I have a calculator, a link to a calculator below. You need to know your time of birth. If you don't know what your time of birth is, you can get an updated birth certificate from Vital Records. If you're in the United States, you can contact the hospital you were born in if you know what that is, or you could ask a family member alternatively, and they might know your time of birth. Now, I was first brought on to the North Nodes when I was 26 years old, and I went to go get an astrology reading in Portland, Oregon. And this astrologer, after the reading, said to me, "Zane, you have to go downstairs and you have to buy this book, Astrology for the Soul by Jan Spiller." And I'm really glad I did, because in some ways it changed my life to the degree that a book can. And it changed my destiny, it changed my path. And this is an incredibly powerful book. I always recommend it to people who are into astrology. I have a link to it in the description below if you're interested at all in reading more about this. Definitely check that out. But what I thought I would do here is read the sort of overview for the Aquarius North Node to get us started here. So, attributes to deliver, or develop rather. Work in these areas can help uncover hidden gifts and talents. Objectivity, seeing the total picture. Desire for friendship, making decisions for the group's best interest. Willingness to share unconventional ideas, willingness to champion humanitarian causes, active participation in groups, awareness of equality, relating to others as individuals apart from their specific roles, gardener, doctor, lover, etc., creating win-win situations, and recognizing how others are special. So this is a in-depth book. There are like 50 pages on each North Node. So it's definitely a quality resource that you can add to your toolkit if that's something you're interested in. So let's go ahead and get right into this. I've already shuffled the cards because I knew the intro would be long. So if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. The other thing I'll say about the North Nodes is this is the hardest thing that you'll work on in this lifetime, because it's the opposite of what comes easy to you. It's where you're supposed to be headed, so that's not easy. In fact, there's also a South Node, and your South Node is what is easy and what you're supposed to move away from, because it's what you did in your past life. So these North Nodes are very interesting. They're interesting. So anyway, let's go ahead and get everything in view, and we'll get right into this for you. All right. I think that looks good enough to me. Okay. Energy on the bottom. You have the Seven of Wands. So this is somebody who is defending their position. This is a card of competition. You can see the people here are kind of coming after them. But to me, this always suggests that you've been successful, because the card that comes before it is the Six of Wands, which is a big victory in the suit of wands and in the tarot. And so you've had some victory, and now people want what you have. And so it can indicate that right now, potentially, you need to stand strong in something that you've achieved or you've accomplished. Oftentimes, people just are not able or equipped to handle that type of situation when they're not succeeding and they see other people are. But at any rate, right away in the middle, I love to see this. Love to see this in a destiny reading. You have the Nine of Cups. So this is the fulfillment of a wish. You can see this person here is holding up their cup. Good things are going on. This person's having a great time in their small business. The expression on their face and the action that they're taking represents some sort of accumulation or a situation of a long-held wish or dream coming true. And so something good coming in here for you and your North Node. Seems like your destiny is on track, is on path. And I'll get into why. You have something very good happening here, Aquarius North Node. In the past, you have the Ace of Swords. You've recently been victorious, as I've said here with that Seven of Wands on the bottom. This is a breakthrough. This is mental clarity. This is the feeling of the clouds clearing and you finally being able to see what your path is, what your purpose is. It could have come through some sort of offer, some sort of financial offer or new material situation. This can also be academic or anything relating to academia, school studying, anything like that. It can also be just good news coming in. It looks like things have been going pretty well for you recently, if this is resonating at all. You also here have the Six of Swords. This is somebody who's making a transition. They're sailing forward, they're going to new places, testing out new shorelines, seeing new people, and they're really going through a rite of passage. Something hit here in the past and it looks amazing. And now it's affecting your present with the Hierophant, the Nine of Cups, and the Lovers. So a couple ways that I feel like I could go here. One, there's some sort of dream coming true, which I do feel like is the case for a lot of you because you have the Star in the future too, which we'll go over. For others of you, you've recently found an organization or a workplace that feels good to you because you have this Hierophant here. Now, you could be, maybe recently you've been asked to conform a little bit more than you're used to. Perhaps you've been a total nonconformist in the past, but now you are realizing that there's some give and take here. And regardless, I feel like you found a good situation for yourself because you have the Hierophant, which is like traditional structures, could be marriage. Some of you could have found a long-term partner here with the Hierophant, Nine of Cups, and the Lovers, and that represents some sort of long-held wish or dream. It's maybe something that you've wanted to do for a long time, someone that you've wanted to find for a long time finally coming in here. Now, as I've been saying in these readings, I doubt that you incarnated solely to just get married and find someone. But, I mean, that certainly could be the case. But for you, I feel like it's just adding to your destiny. It's adding to your purpose. It could mean that you found a long-term partner who supports you, or you found a good friend situation as well. Something like that going well here with like a group or an organization. But it's almost like you're in some sort of tranquil period. This is one of the better ones that I've seen so far. So this looks really good. Now in your future, you have the Knight of Swords, the Hanging Man, and the Star. So we'll just pick up here with the Star. So you have the two wish cards diagonal. The Star is the a wish granted. This is also the Aquarius card. So this is you showing up here in a strong position. This is someone potentially even in the starlight or in the spotlight. This could also be somebody who is healing or getting over something like that going on. A period of renewal coming in. This diagonal is amazing. A victory with the Ace of Swords, a dream come true, and a wish granted. So your purpose seems to be unfolding really nice. I'll be interested to see how we clarify this. Now, in the future, you may need to keep the, what do I want to say here? Keep the party going, keep the train rolling, because you have take action and let go. So you may need to continue making sacrifices here to continue these big wins from sort of stacking up. But overall, it looks amazing. But you are being called on potentially to let go, to make a sacrifice, and to keep rolling, keep up the good energy. So let's see what else we have here. We'll pull some oracle cards and see what wants to come through. No need to worry. Okay, so I do feel like I've been feeling this entire sort of reading that this destiny here is on track. It's on path. So interesting. Wait and no. Wait and no. So this is no with an exclamation point. It's the definitive no in this oracle deck. I do want to pull one more from this angel. Can we get one clarification on that no? And the cards clarified with yes. So that doesn't really help us. What I feel like happened here, there was a big rite of passage for you in the past with the Six of Swords, where it caused, like, I feel like you've had to have some sort of level of patience here, Aquarius North Node, with the Hierophant, the Nine of Cups, and the Lovers, but it's like it has arrived. And I feel like the period of rejection that you may have gone through is over. You have Mary Magdalene, Teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. So some of you stepping into, knowledge sharing, something like that going on here. We have Freya, phases and cycles. There's a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. And we also had Katumi, cloak of wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. As I always say, it's, in this lifetime, you should be doing what you are meant to be doing and not what someone else wants you to be doing. And that's what Katumi is saying, which is, you know the answer, you know what you want to be doing, you know the purpose and the path that you've chosen to incarnate for, you know why you're here. Keep moving towards that. Let go of other people's expectations. Let's see what else we have. Let's pull some additional tarot cards to clarify this situation even more. And I think one more shuffle here. All right. Okay, wow, you have the Star coming in once again as you. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, look, you, with that no, there have been rejections earlier in your life. There have been things that you've spent a lot of time doing something, okay? It was maybe something someone else wanted you to do, or something you thought was right for you. And the reason I'm picking up on that is because that Seven of Cups is clarified by the Six of Swords, and instead what you've done is you've sailed towards something better. You've moved towards this Nine of Cups here. You also have this Four of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles. Financial stability, it looks like some sort of positive change in your financial situation has arrived in the past. It could come in if it's not already, but I get the sense that you've already fulfilled this. And I'm not saying you're retired or anything, but what I'm saying is I feel like there was an opportunity in the past that has provided you with a nice situation that you now find yourself in with this Nine of Cups. And the Star is, like I said, healing waters of renewal, being in the limelight, having some sort of wish or long-held dream coming through. It's also hope and optimism for the future, and I do feel like that's also something that maybe you've acquired in your time here. You have the Devil, the Knight of Cups, and the Moon. Yeah, I mean, some of you, certainly an important thing for you was to find a partner, find a relationship, find something like that. And it looks like that dream could be coming in if it has not already. Now, what's really interesting is above and below are two challenging cards. You have the Devil and the Moon, with two positive cards, the Lovers and the Hierophant. So, actually, it's interesting because the Devil and the Hierophant is a combination of non-conformity, even though I was reading earlier of you maybe needing to conform. There could be a challenging situation in your organization. What I would say to that is, if there is, just know that this is part of the path, and there's a reason why you're going through it. Even though it may not be easy, there is a reason why. And that doesn't mean don't feel upset if there is something challenging, but it does mean that I do feel like there's like some sort of higher meaning for why you're going through this. The Moon and the Lovers, I don't know, it's like something's not as it appears. Let's go ahead and, okay, it's like, so to get the Hermit with that's solo, single energy. And so I wonder if your mind is like, I really want a relationship, but your heart is saying, I want to be on my own, I want to be mastering something. Some of you could be doing that. You have the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Empress. Your heart is telling you you're looking to build your empire. You're looking to become abundant if you're not already. You could be already because of everything that we've read here in the past. But this Eight of Cups and the Knight of Swords is like you're walking away from a disappointing situation. I almost wonder if there was somebody who you had high hopes for in terms of like being in a relationship with them, and it just wasn't as they just weren't as they appeared. Maybe they had some sort of expectation of you, of conforming to something with the devil. And this could be true with an organization as well. And maybe you're striking out on your own here with walking away from a disappointing situation with the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, which is like, it's a really good card. It's a financial event arriving. And the thing is, it's something that comes with an element of time. It's something you've worked for. It's interesting how we have these two knights here. There's also this element of competition. It seems like the knights are facing that Seven of Wands. So it's almost like you could be really tested by a competitive person. And what I'll say is the Empress and the Star, some of you are supposed to be in the spotlight. It's just that you're maybe not doing it. Maybe you're a little bit reserved or shy, but the Empress is a total harvest. It's the most abundant card. And so it's like some of you are like trying to build something, maybe on YouTube, maybe streaming, maybe somewhere, Twitter, something like that. And if you continue down that path, it looks like there are some sort of rewards available to you. So let's see what else we have here. Bad health, privileged lady, false person. Yeah, wow. Unexpected income, expectation, and sudden wealth. You know, I was picking up on that expectation situation pretty heavily here with privileged lady, expectation, and then someone wanting you to conform to them or live your life in some certain way, but they can't tell you what to do. And there has been some sort of really positive financial situation in the past, where it's maybe given you some breathing room, but you're also just dealing with a challenging person with privileged lady and false person with that Seven of Wands. And it's like they're either just competitive or just not happy that you're happy or something like that that's going on. But you have this Empress, Star, sudden wealth, Knight of Pentacles. This combination is massive for your money and for your abundance. So whatever it is that you feel driven towards, your destiny's calling here, and it looks like you'll be supported along the way. So I love this. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zanintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I will see you in the next one.